All right, number 3. Well, first, let's go refresh our memory here from the directions. All our answers here have to be in slope-intercept form. I went over 3 forms of a line on Friday. One was standard, which is your x's and your y's are always on the same side of the equal sign. I also went over point slope, and the third one was slope-intercept form, which was y equals what? mx plus b. What did the m stand for? Slope, and my b value was my y-intercept, where the line crosses the y-axis. Well, for number 3, I didn't give you the slope or the y-intercept. So I'm going to first start by asking one of you guys is, given 2 points, how do you find slope? If you know 2 of the points on the line, what is out there that we discussed on Friday that I could use to find the slope of any line given 2 points? So let's start this off with number 4. What can I use if I know 2 points on the line and I'm trying to find the slope? Perfect. The slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Great job. All right, going to need someone to plug in numbers for me here. Give me the y values. Here you go, 28. Y values. No 28, we have a 29 and a 30. That's it. 28 again, great job. All right, let's go, 10. Give me the y values. Okay, so if you go 0 minus a -3, what's that going to become? 0 plus 3. You have to go in the same order when you give me the x's. So whatever y you gave me first, you have to give me its corresponding x first. So I got 0 plus 3, and then we'll also get what out of this for the x's now? 21? 5 minus 7. So it looks like the slope of this line is going to be 3 over -2. All good. Questions? There's the slope. Now get me the y-intercept. We discussed on Friday, you could take either P or Q in the slope, plug it into point slope, and convert it to slope-intercept. That's one way. You guys told me, nah, that's not what we did last year. We found the y-intercept by using y equals mx plus b. So I was like, all right, I'm not going to fight that. I'll do that too. All right, so pick a point, either P or Q. You get to choose, P or Q. 11, which one do you want to use, P or Q? P, you got it. Give me the y coordinate to plug in. Sorry. 0 equals, what's our slope? -3 over 2 times, what's the x coordinate? 5 plus b. I do not feel any sympathy. I'm not going to do this for you because we all have calculators that have fraction templates on there. So I'll let you guys take a minute or two to find the b value. You can leave it as a fraction or a decimal. Does not matter in this case. Leave it as a fraction or a decimal. Again, once you solve for b, please you can leave it as a decimal or a fraction when you solve for b. All right, what did we end up for the b value? When you're ready, take your time if you're not done. 8. 15 halves. If anybody has 7.5, that's fine as well. Either one will work. All right, can somebody please put the 2 together now to write the equation? Okay, what's the equation of this line now? 30, put the 2 together. What do you have? Y equals?
Y is equal to -3 over 2x plus 15 over 2.
There you go, or 7.5, whatever you had. Done. All good. All right, we're not done yet because I need a couple more equations from you. Here's where I wanted to get to, because this is the type of lines we're talking about in this unit. What if two lines are parallel? Help me fill in this. If two lines are parallel, their slopes are, and I'll leave a blank there. Slopes are, anybody remember from last year? Go ahead, just spout it out. Equal or the same, yes. Their slopes are equal. Or the same, whatever one you prefer. All right, so go back up to number 4. What is the slope of the line I gave you? What is it? Negative 1x plus 4. What's the slope of that line? Here you go, 3. Y equals negative 1x plus 4. I'm just asking for the slope of that line. Negative 1. So what's going to be the slope of a line parallel to it? They're always the same. So the slope of this line is negative 1. What's the other value I still need? Y-intercept, B value. Again, you want to use point slope and take negative 2.5 and convert it. Go ahead. I'm just going to stick to the way you guys were comfortable with as a group anyway. What's the y coordinate I can plug in on this problem here? 4. What's the y coordinate I can plug in? 5. How about the m value? Negative 1. X value? There you go. And then I'll give you guys a minute and solve for B. No fraction or decimal here. And when you're ready, what's your B value here? Number 2, what's your B value? 3, yep. All right, put the 2 together. Y equals, what's your equation for this parallel line when you put the 2 together? Y equals 8. Y equals? Nice job. We're good to go. Questions from you guys? All right, now finish this statement, but now I'm going to change parallel to perpendicular. So 2 lines are perpendicular if their slopes are, everyone always remembers parallel, that's easy. Same, same, equal, equal. Some of us have a little issue with perpendicular now. Slopes are, anybody remember that one? Negative reciprocals. Yes. We just got to remember what that means. What do I do to a number? Negative reciprocals, yep. All right, what's the slope of this line I've given you? Y equals 4x minus 3. Slope of that line, 23? 4, right? The slope of that line is 4. So if I need a line perpendicular to it, I'm going to take the number 4 and take the negative reciprocal of it, which means, ready? Flip it and change the sign. So if I take 4, the slope, flip it, and change the sign, what's the slope of the line I'm creating? 14? Negative 1 over 4, yep. Flip it, I get 1/4. Change the sign, I get negative 1/4. Perfect. And you're welcome here because you have the y-intercept already. So y equals Finish this up. 3, y equals. What was that last part? Where'd the -3 come from? I gave you the y-intercept, right? +8. Any questions from you guys? All good. Okay, get your compass and straight edge ready now. So that homework right there, bottom of the page, still due tomorrow. You'll have some opportunity if you want to practice it here at the end of class. Let's go to the constructions now with parallel lines. Okay. First construction we need to talk about, because you guys don't have that. First one, how to construct a line parallel through a point. Going through point P. So just to know what we realize this. Here you go. That's what I need to end up with, but it's got to go through P. Okay. First step is you're going to take your straight edge and you are going to make a transversal at any angle going through P in your line. Okay, a transversal that goes through P and your line at any angle. And make it a decent size. Don't just start your transversal from point P. Make it a decent size transversal. Again, at any angle going through P and your line. Decent size because we need a lot of room here. And that is the only new part about this construction you needed to know. The rest of it's going to be a review construction. Unit 1, we did copy an angle. I know it's probably way, way in the back of your mind, so let's refresh our memory. Copy an angle. Everyone see this angle I made right here? I'm going to copy that onto this ray that starts at P. So I'm going to take this angle right here and copy it right up here at this ray that starts with P. First step, put your point on the vertex of the angle we are copying. And you want to make an arc through the 2 parts of your angle that you're copying. So ready? There's one arc, one point of intersection, and I got to make it intersect on the other part of the angle right there. And then leave your compass opening the same. And guess where I'm going to put it now? Where am I copying this angle on? The ray that starts with point P, so put it on point P. And make that arc on the ray above P. Boom. I'll just leave it there so you guys can catch up. Everyone got those 2 arc marks? I don't want to go ahead because this next part, I could lose people. We're all good. Okay, go back down to the first arc you made. Go back down to the first arc you made. Do you see how it hits in 2 spots? The angle you're copying, it hits in 2 spots. All I need you to do is open up your compass to each point of intersection. That's it. Just open up your compass to each point of intersection. That's it. No arc mark needed. Bless you. We all good? Because this last step, ready to go. Last step, travel past point P to where your second arc intersected your ray. So notice where I'm putting my compass right now, where that second arc intersected the ray. And what I want to do is on the same side of the angle I'm copying, make the two intersect. Whew, just barely for me. If they don't, you may need to extend that first one a little more if they don't intersect. And I'm hoping they intersect right in line with P, so that you can grab your straight edge and draw through your parallel line. I realize that compasses shake a little bit and they move on you. They're a little loose. So if it's off by a little bit, I understand, but not a diagonal line that's not even close to parallel to your original one. All right, couple discussion points here. One is, what markings can I put on my diagram that says they're parallel? Not hash marks, not arc marks. Arrows, yes, that say, hey, this one is parallel to L. And my next question, because what class are we in? Why are they parallel? And remember the unit we're in right now, which is parallel lines. Why are those two lines have to be guaranteed parallel, other than those were the steps you gave me and you're the teacher? How are those? And remember what we did, we copied an angle. So I am guaranteed that those two angles right there are what? Congruent. Let's keep going. What types of angles are they, Aaron? They're corresponding, and if they're congruent, what type of lines does that produce? Parallel lines, so they have to be. Okay? All good. Okay, you are going to practice this on your own. I'll come around and help if needed. Next one says, construct a quadrilateral with one pair of parallel sides and using the lengths of line segments A and B. Do not worry about line segments A and B. All I want right now is this part, a pair of parallel lines right now. All right? Just give me a pair of parallel lines right now using the construction we just did. I will come around and help you out. Don't worry about these lines here. Draw your transversal in. Okay, next up. You got the parallel part. Let's talk quickly about that. I don't know if we're on the same page with that word, quadrilateral. How many sides? Four-sided figure. And I know two of the sides have to be length what? A and B. So now let's take our compass. Measure A or B right now with your compass. Measure A or B, doesn't matter. And what I need you guys to do is, hey, let's put A or B, whatever one you're copying right now, on one of the parallel lines. So look at all the choices I have. I could go here. I could go down below. I could go on this side if I wanted to of the parallel, on this side of the transversal. I could go on this side up here. Your call, make a decision. Okay, because wherever you place this will affect where you have to place the other segment. So I'll go here, fine. It doesn't matter just as long as, boom, it lands on one of the parallel lines. And that was length A for me. So I don't know if you guys want to put an A right there on the segment you just made. No, just make sure it's on somewhere on the segment. Okay, now copy the other segment. And this last segment should be copied above or below the other one. So if I copied A here, B is going to go down here. Because I got to make sure I stick with the parallel lines. But you guys said that a quadrilateral has 4 sides. I have 1. There's A. I have B. There's 2. How can I make this into a 4-sided figure now? Connect. There's a lot of things I could connect. Connect the end of A with the end of B. There it is. That with an actual line segment. And then, hey, I see a 4-sided figure up here where 2 of the sides are parallel and are A and B. Here it is. Let's go light blue. There it is. Does it satisfy everything I asked for? Let's check. Is it a quadrilateral? Do I have 1 pair of parallel sides? And are 2 of the sides A and B? Yeah. Yeah, we're good. Does anybody know what we actually made here? 1 pair of parallel sides only? Trapezoid. We made a trapezoid. Yep. Congratulate. We made a trapezoid. It would be a parallelogram if A and B were the same lengths. Yep. Okay. All good? Congratulations on making a trapezoid. All right. Last thing we got to go over, and then I'll let you go to the homework. We just went through parallel lines. Now we got to go through perpendicular. And I don't know if this looks familiar, but we've done this already. Unit 1, we practiced this, making perpendicular lines. Okay, real quick recap. Where's my compass have to go? Point. Your compass point has to go on point P in this case, so go ahead, put your compass point on P. Remember, we're making a perpendicular line, so this should form a what type of angle? Right angle. And open up your compass, close it, whatever you need to do, but you need to make an arc that intersects what? The line twice. Okay, you need to make an arc right now that intersects that line in 2 spots. If you're by yourself and you can only make it intersect once, anybody remember the solution? Extend it either direction or both. Okay, extend it either direction. Okay, I do have my arc. Next. I made it intersect in 2 spots for a reason, so I could go to each spot. And I like to do them below the arc I just made. So 1 arc mark, go over to the other point of intersection, a 2nd arc mark that intersects the previous one, and I should be good to go here. And I am going to ask for one other piece of detail here. What do you got, Cece? I need a right angle. If they're perpendicular, forms right angles. Yep. Anybody, while I'm here, anybody need to tighten their compass here? It's a little loose. You got that little screw on top. I can't tighten all of them because some of them don't have the screw on top. All right, all good here? All right, because I'm not going to do the next one with you. Because what happened to point P now? It's on the line. It's the same construction. You just get to do a little, you get to be creative. Do you want to do the sad or do you want to do the happy face going from point P first? It's your call. All right, same exact construction we just did. Put your compass point on P, make an arc that intersects in 2 spots. Go from those 2 spots to make 2 more arc marks and draw your line through. You can do it above or below. I chose mine above. And then once you have your perpendicular line and you put your right angle symbol on there, you got a choice to make. You can either start the constructions on the following page or grab a textbook or your Chromebook or start the slope homework. Your call right now. Okay? Your call. You got 13 minutes here. Plenty of time to start either one. Slope homework or the constructions.